Hello and welcome back. This is part of a new series called The Glass That Laughs Back. It's a series of stories. Um, as always, here's the disclaimer. Hello and welcome. Please note that any relation to people, places, or things is purely coincidence. This story is told by Kira, as you all know, a homicidal cannibal who mistakes obsession for affection. Now, please sit back and relax. Don't get too relaxed though, because remember, she's always there. Hello there, darling. Did you miss me? Oh, I missed you so much. Come closer. I can't wait to tell you a story. My story. The story of my very first kill. She giggles soft and high pitched before lowering her voice to a whisper. I remember as if it happened yesterday. The screams, the warmth, the beautiful sound of organs squelching as I crushed them beneath my claws. Her blood red and gold eyes locked onto yours, pulling you inward. You feel a chill race down your spine. Those eyes are hollow, bottomless, like a void that hungers. You notice her lips are moving, but her voice doesn't reach your ears. Instead, it blooms inside your mind, as if she's lodged herself within your thoughts. After all, the only thing that survives time is an idea, right? You shift uncomfortably on your couch as she begins. She leans forward, caressing her black and rusted scythe. That blade swallowing light like a black hole in steel. The shaft is scarred with age. Its crescent moon etched crudely with a skull. She's tracing the lines as if recalling a past lover. She speaks again. I was once like you, darling. Human, soft, fragile. I knew fear. I knew love. But unlike you, I was cursed. Or perhaps blessed. With an appetite that never ended. She giggles, head tilting. No matter what I ate, the hunger gnawed at me. Even as I grew. Even as I married. Even as I bore a family. The emptiness sharpened. Her eyes glaze. Her voice now trembling slightly. When I was little, I wanted to end myself. To cross into the Forbidden Kingdom. Shakespeare wrote that little monologue, didn't he? In To Be or Not to Be. Her lips curl, but her gaze is still vacant. The deadness lurking behind her pupils makes you shiver. But the older I grew, the stronger it became. I didn't just crave food. I craved the taste of blood, the snap that bones make when they're between my hands, the warmth of organs spilling into my palms. I wanted to see the exact second when terror became death, to hold it, to own it. Her fist tightens slowly, trembling with rapture, while her other hand caresses her own cheek. A spark ignites in her eyes. Too alive, too ecstatic. Her body quivers as though trembling on the edge of ecstasy. Then, just as quick as her light dies, she exhales. hands dropping limply into her lap. But I buried it, darling. I locked it away, caged in iron in the deepest part of me. And so I lived my little life. I smiled. I played my part. I built a life. My purpose, you ask? She sighs, gaze breaking. To have a family. To fall in love. To live. Her eyes snap back to yours, sharp and cruel. But that was long ago. My perfect life shattered, and when it did, you lean forward without meaning to. Who did you first kill? You ask. Her lips peel into a smile too wide, too sharp, her giggles cutting through the air like ice. I killed that part of me that cared, darling. That part of me was useless. And once I let her die, I was free. Finally, my true self was free. Her giggles rise into laughter, high-pitched and sweet, making words too horrific to be sweet at all. But perhaps you wanted my first real kill. You look at her intently, nodding slowly. Her body straightens, eyes glittering. She salivates openly, her tongue twitching at the memory. Oh, I remember how I lured them away, how I took my time, savoring every bite, piece by bloody piece. She leans closer, voice hushed and reverent. I opened their stomach first carefully, oh so carefully. I didn't want to ruin the organs. First the intestines. Oh, the smell when you clean them is something divine. Then I went for the kidneys. They're so warm, like holding little gems. They felt amazing in my hands. Her hands mine the motions, digging into empty air. Her body trembles in joy. And don't forget the liver. So heavy, so rich. I held it before their eyes so they could see exactly what was leaving their body. You swallow hard, your mouth tasting dry yet strangely, you feel your tongue wet with saliva. She laughs again, bright and delighted. Oh, and you can't forget the muscles, darling. The legs, the arms. Oh, I carve slowly, deliberately peeling away strips like ribbons. Do you know what fresh meat feels like when it twitches in your hands? Her eyes blaze with life, lips glistening, breath quickening as if she's back there, reliving it all. And you, despite yourself, lean just a little closer. Her nails flex, curling as if digging into phantom flesh. Her giggles swell into a maniac hum, almost like a lullaby. I made them watch, darling. Oh, you should have seen their eyes. How wide they went, how their tears mixed with sweat and blood. They tried to scream, but I had already slit their throat just deep enough that the sound came out wet and broken. It was like listening to a flute filled with water. Her face. She leans forward, her face inches from yours. You can smell something fade on her breath. Copper and rot. Like the memory of blood has never left her tongue. Do you want to know what their heart felt like? How it kicked against my palm like a trapped bird? I held it tight, not enough to kill. Not yet. Anyway, each flutter was their body begging, pleading with me not to let go. But oh, I did. I always do. She tilts her head, golden red eyes bright with ecstasy. Her voice dips into a whisper again. When the beating finally stopped, there was silence. A silence so pure it rang louder than any scream. I stood there, covered in bits and pieces of them. And for the first time, I was full. Her hand moves to her lips, almost tender, as if she's tasting again what once dripped down her chin. She sighs deeply, a sound that shivers with satisfaction. But the fullness never lasted. It never does, darling. That first kill, it was like opening a door. Once you step through, there's no going back, my love. The hunger doesn't go away. It multiplies. She leans back now, running her hand along the shaft of her scythe, fingers tapping as if to keep tempo with some private song. Her giggles break the quiet. They're sharp and sudden. Oh, you should have seen the mess I made afterwards, love. I painted the walls with them, splashes of crimson, streaks of Marrow's fingerprints pressed into their skin where I held them too tight. Their insides became my palette, their blood my canvas. Art, don't you think? Her eyes narrow as she watches your face, searching it, testing you. Tell me, darling, are you disgusted? Or are you curious? Do you want me to show you how I sliced the skin from their ribs and stretched it until it sang like a violin string? Do you want to know how sweet the fat tasted when I let it melt on my tongue? She laughs again, covering her mouth with dainty fingers, as though embarrassed by her own glee. Her shoulders shake. Her tail sways behind her in delight. Ah, but I shouldn't tease you so. Not yet. You might break before I finish my story. And I do so want you to last. Kira tilts her head, eyes half-lidded, almost dreamy as her giggle softened into a hum. But one kill, darling, was never enough. The hunger grew, louder, wilder. Each death left me emptier than before. And so I began to experiment. Not just with flesh, oh no, but with meaning, with intention, with ritual. Her hand trails slowly across her thigh, nails digging in as if making visible symbols. You see, death is not just an end, it's a door. Every life I take leaves behind echoes, whispers, fragments of something ancient and beautiful. At first I thought it was my mind breaking, but then the whispers began to answer. Her eyes widen, fever bright, and she leans closer. I carve symbols into the floor. Their blood trace circles with their bones. I spoke words I did not know, yet they poured from my tongue like old prayers. Each ritual pulled me deeper, each offering opened me further. She lets out a long, shuddering sigh, her tail curling behind her in restless delight. Oh, the first time I completed the ritual, the air itself bent. The walls trembled as though the world was holding its breath. The shadows, the shadows came alive, curling, dancing, embracing me. They whispered secrets, darling. Secrets no mortal should ever hear. Secrets that made me more than human. Her fingers clutch the scythe tightly, knuckles whitening. Her voice drops, reverent, almost worshipful. With each kill I learned, with each ritual I grew. I boiled their fat to candles, carved runes into their bones, drank their blood mixed with ash. And when the smoke filled my lungs, I saw things beyond time. I saw myself. Not the little woman who once loved, who once wept. No, 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 love. I saw the truth. She giggles again, sharp and high pitched, covering her mouth in mock modesty. I was chosen. The hunger wasn't a cure. It wasn't a curse. It was a calling. Every scream, every spill of blood was a hymn in my honor. I was not merely killing, darling. I was worshipping. I was creating. Her smile widens into something wolfish, predatory. You lean back slightly. And the rituals gave back. My wounds closed faster. My eyes pierced the dark. I felt strong, untouchable. Sometimes, when the moon was high, I could hear the voices singing through me. My body wasn't mine anymore. It was a vessel. And oh, how I love being filled. She leans so close that now her breath brushes your ear, warm and damp. Every kill after that was not just hunger, it was ceremony. Flesh and blood, darling, are keys. And with enough of them, you can open any door. Kira's giggles taper into a soft hum, as her hand drifts to her chest. You notice for the first time the necklace draped around her throat, strung not with pearls or beads, but with the pale, knobby bones. Some are smooth from wear, others still flecked with the faintest brown stains that time cannot wash away. She runs a claw lightly across them, tapping two smaller bones in particular. Tap, tap. The sound is delicate, almost playful, like a mother clinking a child's toy. You see these two, darling? She asked sweetly. They belong to a couple. Oh, so very in love. Oh, how they held hands even when they screamed. Isn't that just precious? Her voice lowers, purring with delight. They thought love would save them, that their bond would keep them safe. But love, you see, is soft. And soft things tear the easiest. Her nails scrape gently along one of the bones as her eyes glaze in ecstasy at the memory. I began with him, strong, proud, foolish. I cut him from groin to throat, slow enough to let her watch. His entrails spilled across the floor like ribbons, glistening red in the firelight. He tried to hold them in, poor dear. But there's no stopping gravity, is there? She giggles, sharp and high-pitched, then taps the second bone. And oh, her cries were music. She begged me, not for her life, but for mine. Isn't that funny? She thought I was broken, thought I could be saved. so I silenced her slowly, peeled the flesh from her cheeks so her screams whistled through teeth and bone. Her eyes wide and wet watched me until the very last flutter. Kira sighs deeply, stroking both bones with reverence. when it was when it was done, I cleaned these from their bodies, a rib from him, a finger bone from her. I boiled them until the marrow softened, scraped them hollow, polished them until they gleamed, and now I wear them close to my throat so I can always feel their presence, so I can always feel their love, their pain, and their end. So that way their whispers are always close against my skin. Her eyes snap back to yours, alight with hunger and joy. You see, darling, every bone I wear is a memory. Every click, every tap is a song of someone I unmade. Would you like to touch them? To feel how smooth love becomes when it's stripped of its flesh? She leans forward, necklace swaying, the faint smell of scorched marrow still clinging to the air. Her giggles burst forth again, high, girlish, and utterly wrong. Kira's fingers still against the bones, her grin widening as though she's about to divulge another secret. But suddenly, she tilts her head, ears flicking, as if hearing a sound you cannot. Her golden red eyes dart to an unseen clock. Oh, look at the time, darling. Her voice is playful, almost sing-songy. Seems her little session is over. Time for you to wake up and go to school. She lifts a finger to her lips and hushes you with a wicked smile. Then she giggles, that same high-pitched, girlish sound that curdles the blood. The air quivers with it, reverberating through your bones until you can't tell if she's laughing in your ears or inside your skull. And then, nothing. She's gone. The weight of her gaze vanishes, the rust stink of her scythe, the warmth of her breath, the necklace of bones, all gone, as though they'd never been there. You blink, disoriented, your body stiff. Your hands tremble as you lift your head. And there you are, sitting in front of the mirror. Your reflection stares back at you, pale and wide-eyed. Had you been sitting there all night? The surface of the glass seems to ripple faintly, as though someone else's eyes were looking through it just a moment ago. Your ears still ring with that last giggle, echoing faintly behind your thoughts. School, right. You should get ready. But as you turn away, you swear you see something move in the glass. Just a flicker. Just a shadow. And for a heartbeat, the smile staring back at you isn't yours. Your breath fogs against the mirror as you lean closer, searching your own eyes. For a heartbeat, they look wrong, sharper, hungrier, flecked with golden red. You blink hard and they return to normal. Human. Familiar. But the doubt lingers. Your reflection doesn't move quite in sync with you. When you tilt your head, it hesitates before following, like a puppet tugged by unseen strings. When you raise your hand, it lingers a second longer than it should. Your smile curving faintly wider than the one that you have on. There! Did you see it? For a flicker, its teeth seemed too sharp. The echo of Kira's giggles ripples in your skull, impossibly close. You could swear you feel her fingers still drumming on your collarbone, even though you're alone. And then you notice it around your own neck, the necklace. It shouldn't be there. Smooth, pale bones strung tightly against your skin, still damp with the faintest tack of blood. Your stomach churns, your hands shake as you reach up to the claw and try and claw it away, but in the mirror, your reflection doesn't touch it. It just watches you, lips parting in a grin too wide, too knowing. Darling, the whisper vibrates from the glass itself. You hear her voice not in your ears, but behind your teeth. You wear it well. You stagger back, heart hammering, but your reflection doesn't move with you this time. It stays leaning forward, pressed against the other side of the glass, eyes burning red and gold. A soft tap, tap, tap echoes from inside the mirror, like fingernails against glass. And then the reflection tilts its head, lashes fluttering, and giggles. The sound rattles through you as your knees give out. You squeeze your eyes shut, clutching your skull. When you open them again, everything is normal. Your reflection mimics you perfectly. The necklace is gone. The clock ticks. Morning light spills faintly through the curtains. It's just your tired face in the mirror now. You tell yourself it was a dream. Just a dream. But as you turn to leave, you catch one last flicker in the corner of the glass. A shadow figure behind your shoulder, lips moving soundlessly, eyes glowing with hunger. And when you force yourself to look, she's gone. You're with your friends, frantically trying to explain. Each time you look at your reflection, you force yourself to breathe, to move. The mirror is only glass. The voice is only memory. The necklace was never there. That's what you tell yourself, at least. Again and again, until the words taste like ash in your mouth. But when you finally step back, you swear your reflection doesn't follow you right away. It lingers, watching, smiling. By the time you stumble into the daylight, you've almost convinced yourself it was just exhaustion, just a trick of the mind. But then comes the hardest part, telling someone. Your friends laugh it off. You were half asleep, staring too long. Maybe you nodded off in front of the mirror. Everyone sees weird things when they're tired. You nod along, smile. You pretend to believe them. But deep down, you know what you saw. Because at night when the world is quiet, you catch yourself avoiding every reflective surface. Windows, mirrors, the black of your phone screen. And when you can't avoid them, you feel it again. The prickling on your spine, the delayed reflection, the almost smile. You tell yourself you're not crazy. You tell yourself it was just a dream. You tell yourself it wasn't real. But when you wake in the morning, your fingers ache, as if they've been tapping against glass all night